Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, family and friends. We are back again. So, yesterday, I gave a brand new conspiracy theory to folks, and it was just, sometimes I'm just curious about how, the way people think. Needless to say, I received some interesting comments. All right. On to today's topic. Did you know that since Saturday, a matter of fact, I know you did not know this, but since Saturday, so like 48, 72 hours, there's been, and this is just the ones that I clocked, I had to search for. There's been 4 mass shootings. 4. And this is the problem that I have with MAGA, is because I think they're hypocrites and I think they're two-faced and I think everything they do is performative. I don't think they believe half the stuff they say. It's just expedient for them to say it, or it's convenient for them to say it at the time. Like all the thoughts and prayers and things like that. Like, do they really mean any of that? Do they even care that all these people lost their lives? There was, in Louisiana, there were 2. There was one on Highway 71. I believe it was near Alexandria. I'm not from Louisiana, so you have to correct me. There was also one on Bourbon Street. There was the Mormon Church, which everybody's heard of that one by now. And there was also the one in North Carolina, the guy that he did a drive-by boating. Like there's these, like a pier where it's got these restaurants and bars and things like that. He cruised up in his boat, fired off a few shots, and then took off in his boat down the river or down the coastline. Where's all the where's all the sympathy and the care from MAGA? They were so focused on a social media personality, but they don't have any sympathy for the victims of all these mass shootings. And here's the thing, I'll give you one hint on all these shootings. It wasn't done by immigrants. Wasn't done by black people. It was white males. What do you know? There's no, and I mean, I feel bad about all, I don't like anybody that is wantonly taking the lives of others. I don't like that at all. I think obviously it's wrong and it's morally reprehensible, but what bothers me is that I don't hear the same energy from MAGA folks, regarding this. That bothers me. Like, that's why I say it's performative. They make a big deal out of it some of the time, and the rest of the time it's like ignored or they don't care. And that irks me. That's why I don't trust MAGA folks. Because I think they're two-faced and I think they're hypocrites. I don't believe them. I don't trust them. Anyway, what can be done? What is the solution to all the mass homicides that are happening? Obviously, it's not. You say it's not the weapons, right? It's the people. Well, what's causing these people to flip out and do all this stuff? What is the difference between now and say 10, 15, 20 years ago? Is it the political climate? Who's responsible for that? Who has the biggest voice in the country that could call for peace and unity? Who could do that? Who is not doing that? You see what I'm saying? Like that's what irks me. I don't care if you want to say it's this person's fault or that person's fault. If there's If the people who have the biggest voices aren't calling for peace and unity, then that's not what we're going to get. If the biggest voices are the ones that are saying, oh, it's this person's fault, and pointing the finger, constantly pointing the finger instead of taking any accountability or any responsibility or having a solution to fix the problem. That to me is what the real problem is in America right now. Anyway, thank you guys for watching my video, and have a good afternoon.